Loch Katrine, Scottish Gaelic, Loch Ceiteirein or Loch Ceathairne, pronounced, is a freshwater loch and scenic attraction in the Trossachs area of the Scottish Highlands. It is within the district of Stirling. The loch is 11 miles long and a mile wide at the widest point and runs the length of Strath Gartney. It is a popular destination for tourists and day visitors from Glasgow and other nearby towns. The loch derives its name from the term Katrine from the Gaelic Ceathairne, a collective word meaning cattle thief or possibly peasantry. Historically this referred to a band of fighting men of a clan, hence the term applied to marauders or cattle lifters, the most notorious of whom was Rob Roy MacGregor, who was born at Glengyle House at the northern end of the loch. By way of the large Milngavie water treatment works, it supplies the majority of water to Glasgow. It is the fictional setting of Sir Walter Scott's poem The Lady of the Lake and of the subsequent opera by Gioacchino Rossini, La Donna del Lago. History. Robert Roy MacGregor was born at the head of the loch. Loch Katrine is now owned by Scottish Water, and has been the primary water reservoir for much of the city of Glasgow and its surrounding areas since 1859. The water level has been artificially raised by around 6 feet. The loch can be drawn down by a maximum of 7 feet in order to provide gravitational flow to the Milngavie water treatment works via two 26-mile-long aqueducts and 13 miles of tunnel. Milngavie itself is situated at almost 400 feet above sea level, sufficient to provide adequate water pressure to the majority of Glasgow without the need for pumping. The system can deliver up to 50 million gallons a day. Construction was started in 1855 and the works was opened by Queen Victoria in 1859. The aqueduct project was built under the guidance of the eminent civil engineer John Frederick Bateman, an example of his engineering prowess that can still be seen working today. The second aqueduct was opened in 1901. Water levels are supplemented via a dam and short tunnel from Loch Katrine, a reservoir located between Loch Katrine itself and Loch Lomond, beside the road to Inversnaid. This project was completed in 1914. A longer tunnel beneath Benayan which brings water from the Glenfinglas Reservoir was completed in 1958, with dam being completed in 1965. Oil-fired vessels are not permitted to sail its waters due to the danger of pollution to the drinking water of Glasgow. The steamboat SS Sir Walter Scott has provided sailings on the loch since 1900. It was coal-fired until 2007, when it was converted to use biodiesel fuel, and continues to provide local tourist transport between Trossachs Pier and Stronaclacha during the summer. Settlements. The main access points for Loch Katrine are either via Trossachs Pier at the Loch's eastern end or Stronaclacha towards the western end of the loch. Trossachs Pier essentially consists of a parking space pier, gift shop and cafe which are open from the first to the last sailing of the cruise boats. On the northern shore of the Brenchwell Hunting Lodge and the farms Letta, Edra, Strone, Coilochra, Portnellan and Glengyle. On the southern of the Dhu at the western end of the loch Stronaclacha, the Royal Cottage, Cullegat and Glasgow. The roads and paths do not circle the loch completely, as the southern road stops at Glasgow. Islands. There are several small islands in Loch Katrine such as Ellen's Isle, the Black Island, Factors Island. Trivia. Fly and boat fishing for trout is permitted on the loch from spring to autumn. Loch Katrine is also the name of a lake in North Canterbury, New Zealand. Loch Katrine is the namesake of the Atholl Highlanders' farewell to Loch Katrine. In 1844, William Henry Fox Talbot took an early photograph of the lake, entitled Scenery of Loch Katrine.